So, as it happens, my best friend in real life, Elphie, that's not her actual name, but that's her name in Merge Dragons, also plays Merge Dragons. And Elphie texted me today, and she said, "Oh, I wish there wasn't a pandemic so I could fly down there and you could fix my camp." I'm like, well, first of all, you could give me your login credentials and I could fix your camp anyway. But that's not the point. We're going to look at Elphie's camp together and see if we can come up with some ideas to help her organize her camp. She's struggling with space and just, how to deal with everything. So let's take a look. I have not peeked at it in advance of this video, but she gave me permission to do this live on the air. Well, not live. I'm recording this for YouTube to upload later. Oh boy. She said it was a hot mess, and she is correct. So the first thing you want to do is get everything that's similar together. Like you have these kind of logs, put them next to each other. That'll be a good start. So you'll see what you can already merge. Some things, if you really don't care about it, might be worth a 3 merge. It's definitely better to save up for a 5 merge, but when you're short on space, sometimes you just 3 merge some low-level, simple things like maybe logs that you just want to clear out space for. You don't want to be sitting there with 4 of each type of log. At least I don't. I'm not big on logs. In fact, I sell a lot of them. So that's the next strategy. Stack up things that are similar. Sell low-level things that you really don't care about. And then we get to bubbling. I know that Elphie has recently learned the Marcus V bubbling technique, which is really great because you can bubble a lot of stuff. Oh, I wish I could see what she had bubbled on the side. So maybe send me a screenshot of that just because I'm curious what else you have. Oh, and I see you've bought one of the premium islands already. I ended up buying all 3, so that's some more space. Yeah. Also, the gold stars, probably when you last saw my camp, I used to keep the stars for merging as well, but I finally decided after enough people told me that it's not worth the space to keep and merge them, so now I tend to just tap them when I get them. I mean, I just started that a few days ago, really. So now I've started just tapping them whenever I get them. I also tap these white living stones as soon as I get them and just go ahead and get them to harvest those for these stepping stone things. I don't know the names of them, but I should. Yeah, so then we get to bubbling. I do see these bubbles. Oh, they're all eggs. Okay, cool. I'm super paranoid about bubbling my eggs just because officially Graham Games' position on that is that bubbling is not officially supported and so they don't guarantee the existence or continuation of anything you have in bubbles. And so I'm super paranoid about my eggs, so I keep tons of eggs on my map. I'll show you that at the end of the video. But this is a smart way to save space. A lot of people do it and have not had any trouble, including Toasted Gamer Boutique, bubbles eggs and has not had any issues. So it's probably fine. I'm just super paranoid about losing. And I figure my philosophy is that anything other than eggs and dragons, I could rebuild if all my bubbles went away. But if my dragons went away, including my eggs, I would be devastated. Yeah, so the next thing I would say is prioritization. Like, I can't tell from this what you're working on. Like me right now, I'm working on life trees and hills. And then I've got some other stuff out, but I try to prioritize those. So what it means I'm not keeping is a lot of other stuff. Like right now, I do not keep any bushes. I do not keep any mushrooms of either type, the special mushroom, the magic mushrooms or the regular mushrooms. I don't keep any of those out. And I even put away all of my dragon trees, prism flowers, and grim trees, which I don't see if you have any grim trees yet. I also don't keep out these skeleton head things just because they're big. They're nice to tap for bones when you're working on life trees, but if you're not working on life trees right now, I would say bubble those. Those are real easy to bubble. You don't even have to do Marcus V technique because they're 2x1. You can just push a 1x1 item over there when there's none of space and they'll go into a bubble. Yeah, so I would say prioritize. Yeah, I do not know what you're working on from this. It looks like you're pretty far along on the bushes at maybe the top level that's there right now. So I would say go ahead and finish out your bush chain. Oh, you have 6 of those dragon skull things. That's taken up a lot of space. So bubble those. I mean, they're cool, but yeah, too much space. I would say finish out your bush chain and make the Bushwonder, Ruins of the Sky Palace. That's really nice to have in camp because you can tap it for Tanzanite mystery eggs and sometimes Tanzanite mystery nests. So I would say get to that wonder, maybe make 2 of them, and then bubble or sell the rest of your bushes until you feel like making that again. And then you'll have those in the camp. They are 2x2 for taking up space, but you can bubble the wonders anytime you want as well. So I would say work on that and then kill the bushes. Prism flowers, you're not very far along on those. You're probably not working on prism flowers. I would say bubble all of your prism flowers, unless you're just tapping them to try it. You still have some dead land in your camp, so maybe you're trying to tap prism flowers for healing power, which is fine. Although you could also just work on life trees and harvest for orbs to get that healing power. That might be better than keeping all those prism flowers around. Logs, again, meh. I like them for building up the tiny cabin for hedge gnomes. Yeah, you've probably had that in the past, but otherwise you don't need to keep all of these logs hanging around just for working on that. Dragon trees, you're not too far on dragon trees. You could bubble those if you want. Same with hills. And hills take up a lot of space, so if you're not actively working on the chain, like I am trying to get the hill wander, I'm pretty close, so I keep those out, but otherwise hills start to take up room, especially when you get to the bigger ones like these and even bigger. They'll start taking up 2x1 and then 2x2 spaces, so those that up. I would say bubble your hills, bubble your prism flowers. Yeah, that'll be a good start. Oh, another tip that I got from Toasty, watching her just work in her camp, is that whenever she makes a sunken chest, well, you have it next to one that you need to heal, so that's good, but whenever she makes a sunken chest, she bubbles it immediately, because they're super easy to bubble. So I've started doing that too, so I just have a pile of bubbles, at least, I don't know, 100 sunken chests sitting in bubbles. So I would say just go ahead and make the 3rd one of those, or if you want to make a 5 merge, you can, and get that healed so you get that space, and then start bubbling those sunken chests. So you've got another one up here. And a couple of nests to get to soon. I would say work on that healing power, and just go ahead and get this map opened up a little more since you've already got it unlocked because of your dragon power. You're up to 1756. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I think that should be some tips to get you started on making some space in your camp, and let me know if you have any questions. I think I'll go back to my camp real quick. Before making this video, since you said I could make a video about it, I decided to do a good camp cleanup on mine just to show you what is possible when you prioritize middle section clear, which is beautiful for working on anything. So my philosophy is keep everything to the edges that you're hanging on to, saving, like I have tons and tons of eggs and various other things I'm working on, and then keep your middle area for work. Like if you can keep even a 2x2 section clear and then just expand it. So I did a bunch of cleanup and got this whole section clear, which is nice because I have room to work. Anyway, I hope that helps. If anybody else sees this and wants me to drop by your camp, we'll call these fix my camp. How about that? Drop me your friend code, I'll add you and come to your camp and tell you what to do, or make suggestions, or make fun of it, whatever you want. No charge. I got plenty of room in my friend code, so drop me a line. Thanks for watching. Bye.